class we have here today. I will use the microphone to start, hopefully it's not too busy. This is our second talk and it's been so amazing to see everybody here. We really, really appreciate your support and it's lovely to have, and having had a virtual event last year, to now have you all here in the flesh. I can't quite believe it. So, welcome to our college. We are going to take a moment before we begin to reflect on this gathering here tonight. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Lord, we ask for your blessing on everyone gathered here today, especially our young people who inch ever closer to the important next step in their education. Guide us, the adults who will support them along the way to make informed, reflective, and balanced decisions, trusting always in your infinite wisdom and love. Amen.
Amen.
I'm going to try it without the microphone. Can you hear me? Yes, good. Hopefully at the back. I'm John Callahan. I'm the Deputy Head Teacher here and a teacher of English at St. Benedict's. I have been here for 10 years and I'm very proud to welcome you all here tonight. I really hope you've gotten to see all the subjects and speak to all the staff that you were looking to speak to. Myself and my senior teachers will be here to speak to you for a few moments after and ask any questions you may have. Our head teacher, unfortunately, Mrs. Antonelli, can't be with us tonight. She really wishes she can be with you and she hopes to see you all soon. This is the key question on your mind. It's an unending, niggling, immovable question that we are faced with. As a parent myself, my son is here in year 10, my daughter is in year 8, and I know all too well that this is a seminal time, a time where you're inundated with the thoughts and opinions of friends and family, Facebook groups, WhatsApp groups, all suggesting this one and that one, and we know how difficult it is. And it's hard to see through that fog and arrive at a decision that you can trust in your heart and in your soul. Tonight, we promise not to bombard you with everything you could ever know about our college, but we do hope that the open doors and welcome arms of our community speak loudly enough to make you feel both comfortable and confident that St. Benedict's is the right next step for your child. Now, parents and carers can choose a Catholic school for a number of reasons. You may be a family that are practicing Catholic who wish to sustain your child's journey in faith. You may no longer be practicing, but you're still keen to avail of a faith-based education. You may be a Christian family who appreciate the values of a faith school, or like many, you may just be looking for a good school and you wanted to see what all the fuss was about. In terms of managing that massive transition, it is a summer always filled with dread. Will I make friends? Will I get lost? I can tell you now, yes to both. You will make friends, you will get lost, and quite often, the friends you make are the ones that helped you along the way and guided you to where you needed to be. These are just some of the things our transition team do to support that most important step. Ms. Jennings, our pastoral lead for year 7, and our now new dedicated Raising Standards leader for year 7, Mr. Riley, will help support that transition. Visiting the primary schools. Our SEND department are superb at going into those schools, getting the necessary information and planning that pathway so that your children get the best possible start the first day in year 7. One of the things that we have sustained since COVID and bubble learning is that we have a staggered lunchtime. Year 7 have their very own exclusive lunch line. I'd like to tell you there's no pushing or shoving, but unfortunately our food is just too good, as I'm sure you sampled tonight. But it does mean they spend less time in queues and have more time for their well-being, recreational time to spend with their friends, and making the most of our ample natural space. Just a little bit of background in terms of what we're all about. Our recent inspection in 2018 is available in full on our website, but the inspectors recognized many of the good and outstanding aspects of our college and our provision for our community. But it does reflect some of the strategic initiatives and investments we've made and worked hard to produce over the last 3 years, and I will profile some of those tonight. Our Section 48 inspection in 2015, for those of you who don't know, Section 48 looks at the quality of collective worship and the standard of RE teaching in Catholic colleges. And again, you can see the positive feedback, and we are expecting another inspection this academic year, and we are both proud and excited to show off the further progress and advances our college has made, particularly our outstanding GCSE results in RE. Our ethos. It's a shared faith between all members of our community that helps ensure the gospel values, kindness, always kindness, and a commitment to inclusivity that runs through us, our teaching, our learning, and every interaction with our students, your children. If we don't get that atmosphere right, if it's not both a spiritual and academic journey, then we're just like any other school. You can see here again just some of the things that we do to help fuel that journey along the way. Now, Ora et Labora, prayer and work is our motto, but our mantra over the last 2 years and continuing through this difficult time is striving for excellence. We want to make sure that your children have an environment where they can strive and thrive. I hope you got to see our amazing new science labs, our art studio, textiles and food technology suites, and I really hope you got to see our amazing new library, which we are already excited to say that we've seen so much love and encouragement from students in terms of reading again and finding that little relish that they've lost through lockdown. So we're really excited to see that fully stocked from shelf to book. You'll also know that we have an outdoor classroom, and that is just the next step in terms of our commitment to provide engaging, dynamic places for your children to learn and thrive in. In terms of group structure, many of you will already know we have 6 forms of entry. Form time is a pastoral and academic focus at the moment, as well as morning prayer. We are looking at reading fluency, literacy, and numeracy, and we're hoping to make sure that reading ages, spelling ages improve exponentially to make up for the shortfall that happened as a consequence of lost learning. You will see as well, if you do sign the paperwork and then you're contracted to us, you will have a meet the tutor evening, and that is an important step in terms of access, a gateway to the college. They will be your first point of contact, and they will have a massive input in shaping your son or daughter's experience at our college. In terms of our curriculum, I mean always, but in light of what's happened with COVID, while we are very excited and proud of the range of subjects we can offer in Year 7 and our Pathways program throughout Year 8, 9 into GCSE, we know that it's imperative to recover all lost learning through bespoke support and tailored tuition that goes well beyond our normal provision. This list here on the screen is just some of the new initiatives, investments that we've made since we returned back from the last lockdown. Our new revised reporting system will now mean that parents get termly updates on your child's reading age and spelling age, and our literacy interventions with our new library and accelerated reader should help see that improve, so that when it comes time for GCSE and beyond, they can access the papers, the subjects, the professions that they want to. The wider curriculum, we have another catchphrase in this college: the results don't always come in envelopes. We don't need to wait till every August to open that envelope. Results happen in this college every day, because again, we believe in educating all of the child. And these are just some of the traditional and new clubs and activities that your son or daughter can get involved in. And it's been so lovely, having been stuck in bubbles for so long, to see the clubs up and running. The new Scrabble club we have up in the library, netball. My daughter's got involved in the team and she's thriving in that. And it's just great to have those things available to our students. We also have a range of extracurricular events already. We're investing in bringing theatre companies, poets, guest speakers into college so the students get those opportunities they missed out on, and we make sure that they get to places like the West End, which is only a stone's throw away and is such an integral part in terms of their learning. Lots and lots to see and do in that. We also are pretty adamant when it comes to developing leaders of the future. We have a range of opportunities for students to flex that muscle, to work with their peers, to learn from their peers, and develop those important collaborative communication skills. Now, I could tell you more about it, but I have two leaders of the future to my right who've been up since very early, and it's now very late. I'd like to hand over to our head girl, Khadija, and our head boy, Ryan, who will tell you a little bit more about how we invest in our young people. Thank you, Khadija.
Good evening, all. My name is Khadija Ayula, your head girl. You might not know this, but tonight is our first open evening in 2 years, and I've been invited to write a speech about why I most enjoy St. Benedict's. And to be honest with you, it was hard. There are so many different aspects to our college that I enjoy. It was difficult for me to pin it down to just a few. I remember 5 years ago when I was in Manipur with my parents, listening to the head boy and head girl giving a speech, and nervously thinking, I want that to be me. The reason that I'm here today is because of the support and encouragement given to me. That is exactly the kind of place that St. Benedict's is. Kind words and motivation is given everywhere you look, with faith at the centre of our community. Our college caters to every ability and interest. Whether you're interested in drama or chess, there's a club ready and waiting for you. For me, that's what I love most about our college, its inclusiveness. For all you prospective students here tonight with your parents, my message to you is to enjoy tonight and every next one after this, because we never know when something like COVID-19 is going to raise its head again. Thank you all for listening.
Good evening. I'm Ryan Coley, the head boy here at St. Benedict's. One of the main values of this school is providing opportunities for all students. These opportunities can take the form of clubs and range from sporting, creative and educational activities before, during and after school. And I can guarantee you that there will be a club suited to your child's interests. St. Benedict's Catholic College also offers a wide variety of school trips and enrichment experiences, including visiting the Holocaust Museum, where we got to meet a survivor from the Holocaust. Looking back on my 4 years at St. Benedict's, one of the best opportunities the school provided me with was the summer school. Naturally, I wasn't ecstatic about giving up a week of my summer holidays, especially as my granny spent the week spoiling my brother with day trips, ice cream and hugs. However, I have since realised how beneficial it has been, as it provided me with a unique opportunity to get to grips with the surroundings of the school, my teachers and my future classmates. This bespoke opportunity provides all children to break the ice with their teachers and begin to make lifelong friendships with students, laying the foundations for a successful 5 years at St. Benedict's Catholic College. Thank you for listening.
Thank you, Ryan, and thank you, Khadija. You've done brilliantly. Now, you probably think, well, they've been here 4 years and have them well trained and well primed. But actually, we have two little people that wanted to speak to you tonight as well.
Hello, good evening. On my right, this is Isabel from 7E, and our favorite subject is science. Good evening. To my left is Stephen. He's in 7T and his favourite subject is PE. The biggest change from primary school to secondary school has been, for me, the new subjects that I didn't get to do in primary school that I have got to do here, such as woodwork.
Hello, my former tutor is Mr. Godin. He likes to think he's the scariest teacher in the school, but really he's actually very kind.
My favourite teacher is Mr. Martin. He's been really nice and answered all my questions in science.
Hello, PE has been my favourite subject since nursery. I loved it whenever I went to school, and me just knowing we have PE on that day was amazing. Since I came to secondary school, we've learned about trampolining and fitness, and I've enjoyed it so far.
So my favourite subject is science, and I love it because in my primary school we didn't get to do much physical stuff. And now that I'm in secondary school, we've done experiments and seen how science is acted upon the world. Like in our second lesson when we used Bunsen burners and turned it from a safety flame to a roaring flame.
The best advice I'll probably give to you a year 5 or year 6 is that don't be nervous when you first came in. I've only been here for 3 weeks and I've already settled in, and I think you will do the same.
My advice for anyone picking their secondary school is go with your gut. And I found my way around the places from the second day and I've loved it. The teachers have been so nice and no need to be scared. Thank you for listening.
It has been lovely seeing you.
Now we have to get back to our classes.
So we can strive for excellence.
In all we do.
It was a 3-minute video with 40 minutes of outtakes. I can tell you. It was a fun but a long afternoon. And I did say to Stephen and Isabel that hopefully in 4 years' time they will be standing here as our head boy and head girl. And it's all part of how we invest in these young people to give them the opportunity to deserve. Just, I won't keep you too much longer, but just to give you a sense of our rewards and consequences, we have a fair but consistent approach. You will have seen in our glass display cabinet in the Manning foyer. If you haven't, it's just on your left on the way out. Please have a look at the range of ways we invest in our young people and reward their efforts. And not just in class, not just their results in tests, their acts of kindness. Just this morning, a young girl in year 7 came and handed me £40. And I thought, great, the bonus I've deserved for so long. But in fact, she had found it in the street and wanted to donate it to our charity cafe. And it's those little things that really make such a difference, because we're helping them make the right decisions along the way. Hot Chocolate Friday is where the students who've worked really well that week get to sit with myself and Miss Santanelli, the head teacher. They get a little hot chocolate mug, some time with us. In the winter, it's hot chocolate. In the summer, it's ice cream. It goes down lovely. And despite all that, you can have all the headphones and bikes and vouchers you want, but there's nothing quite like a postcard home. And we are firm believers in that. I know Ryan and Khadija have them pinned all over the walls, like wallpaper in your rooms, isn't it? No? In terms of lessons, we have very consistent and clear expectations of our students. And I always say in assemblies, do not go to your lesson because your timetable told you to go. The learning should only start in the classroom. And it's what happens beyond that. It's a discipline for life. To stretch and challenge themselves, to commit. I make sure that my teachers engage all of the students in the classroom. Because otherwise we have passers-by and tourists who sit and enjoy the view, but there's not much going in. We want to make every minute of every lesson count. And I can guarantee you this happens up and down. And next week, with our open week, open doors, our tours, which you can book on our website, you will see this in action. And we have a new system called class charts, where our students are instantly rewarded for those things, which we hope motivates them and continues. In terms of headlines, I know results always testify to how good a school is. It has been 2 years since we've had actual GCSE exams. We were very proud of those results. In the last 2 years, we've had teacher assessed grades, and again, it was a fair, robust, rigorous practice, and the vast majority of our students left our college with the results they needed to make the next step in their journey. Now, the last question. How will my child secure a place? Please remember the dates on here, indicating when the applications are due in. We have been heavily oversubscribed in recent years, and the footfall just tonight gives us a really good feeling about the numbers that are likely to sign up. 31st of October is the last day of receipt. If you have any questions or any help needed with the whole process, you may have already spoken to Claire Clark, our admissions officer in the Manning Hall. If not, please contact her via email. As I said, our college tours start next week. You've heard all the talk, you've seen all the displays and talked to the staff. You will see us in action and what we're really about. So please come and see us. If you want to find out more, we have a range of social media. St. Ben's Official on Instagram is a highlight. Okay, you get to see a flavour of everything that goes on. We really appreciate your time this evening. We really hope we can help you, if not with the next 5 years of education, at least firm up your thinking in terms of what you want your child's education to look like. And we'll only be too happy to help if you choose St. Benedict's. We would love your feedback. If you have it on your photos and you scan that, there's a little Microsoft form. If you have any questions, please type those in and we can get back to you. And we welcome any comments. Thank you so much for your time tonight. We look forward to working with you in the future, and I wish you all a safe and pleasant journey home. Thank you.